Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Patsun, and welcome to r/relationship advice, where OP is growing incredibly bitter as time goes on. Let's begin. 3 years since D-Day, and it still really sucks. Posted by Reddit user RovVeg.
It's been 3 years since D-Day, the worst day of my life. 1.5 years since the divorce is final. Now I have slept with 3 new women, dated a lot, 2 relationships. I am currently at 4 months with current woman and she's amazing. So nice and sweet and interesting and fun. Ex's affair partner relationship lasted 3 months after I moved out. Big surprise, I know. Then she immediately started fucking a friend she knew a while. They are still together. I know him well because she made me hang out with him and his family for years. I hate she's fucking him. It really hurts me. It all still fucking hurts a lot. I still am attracted to my ex and think about her during sex. I hate her so much, but I want her so much too. She's the worst fucking person on the planet for what she did to me. I really hate her, but something in me still wants her. It's fucking so hard, and my kids, 5 and 8, just make me think of their mom and what we used to be a together family. I work out daily, minimize drinking, no drugs, do lots of things, work hard, play hard, etc. Tried therapy but decided it's fucking useless. No one understands the pain and confusion I'm going through. I am required to communicate with her because we have kids. I really wish I could go no contact. I think I'd be healed very quickly. But there is so much back and forth and arguing, and I just hate her so much. What am I doing wrong? Why can't I feel better? I just want to be healed. What's the key I am missing? Someone must know.
OP, you're doing almost all of the right things so you can move on. You're just forgetting one teeny tiny little step. Therapy. OP, there is a reason why this form of treatment has been around for literally decades. Because it fucking works. Maybe the reason you think that therapy is useless was because you haven't found the right therapist for you. One that you can actually connect with. Or maybe you're just too fucking stubborn to admit that there might be actually something wrong and refuse to follow the instructions they laid out so you can actually begin to heal. Either way, OP, please stop using other people or dating other people as a form of therapy. It's not fair to them, it's not fair to you. Focus on yourself and actually try to heal. If you don't do it, you're going to delay your healing further and further and will keep repeating this cycle of grief and hatred again and again until you get the memo. Listen, OP, you keep putting the burden of your healing onto other people. The people you sleep with, the people you date, and now us, random strangers on the internet. You keep being stuck in this victim mentality. Because you've never mourned that part of your life. So now you're stuck in this state of perpetual grief and bitterness. Look, man, I don't know you, and you don't know me. So I can confidently say this without being biased. There is no secret. There's no secret words. There's no secret advice that will magically heal you. Healing is a purely personal and introspective process, which is why people should abstain from dating until they are somewhat moved on. You can't heal when you're with someone else because your healing is conditioned to the constraints of that relationship. OP, come on, you're at the 3-year mark and you're still stuck. You have to consider the issue stopped being the affair. It stopped being your wife years ago. You need to figure out why it is that you can't move on and why you are refusing to let go. You need to dig deep within yourself and find the answers, however uncomfortable, inconvenient, or however long it may take. And the only way that you can do that is with the help of a professional. You need therapy. So go get it. Do it, not just for your sake. Do it for your kids and girlfriend too. They deserve better than this. Good luck. And now for today's second story. My wife kinda cheated on me, depending on your definition. Oh, fuck. Alright, gentlemen, I know I'm supposed to do this after the story, but I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. OP, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and behaves like a duck, yeah, it's probably a duck, dude.
My wife and I have been married for 4 years. Some good days, some bad in that time frame. For the past year or so, things have been rough. My wife sat me down a year ago and told me I work all of the time and don't give her enough attention. To her defense, I do work a lot. That said, about a year ago when she sat me down and told me that, I really took it to heart and cut back my hours. I told her I loved her, and my job is meaningless without her, and I genuinely have stuck to my laxer work schedule for this past year. There may be a day here and there where I'm working late, but it is not the norm, and I've made sure of it. I truly did my best to be present every single day when we both were home. I would always make time to chat with her, help with or cook dinner, and do the dishes. Would tell her how beautiful she is and that I love her, because I didn't want her to feel like I was dismissive towards her or not giving her time and attention. I can confidently say I'm a pretty good husband. Well, in comes the shitstorm. She's been very dismissive towards me, so I had to do something I never thought I'd ever do as a married man, and I read her text messages. I did this only after having a very cool, calm, and collected discussion as to how she is feeling in our marriage. Things were off, like way off. She was defensive of the question, so I knew something was up. I'm not proud of my intrusion of her privacy, but I found out she has been planning to have an affair with an older man, 46. They have already kissed on a few occasions, been on a date or two, and are generally having an emotional affair. But the freaking text messages they send, I mean damn. Talking about some crazy sexting. Not necessarily exchanging nudes, but just what they want to do in bed with one another. It was hard to read. Confronted her, and she lied. Confronted her again, and she lied again. I took photos of the conversation because I had a feeling there would be denial, and even then, she said she would never actually take it any further than playful texting. She said she found solace in this guy because he gave her the attention I apparently did not. I mean, she already kissed the dude. I don't even want to relive those text messages, but needless to say, they were all sorts and kinds of sex-fueled. For about a solid month, the sex talk has been going on with this chump. Forgot to mention Mr. Chump is also married. Seems like a good guy. I feel like an idiot. I'm embarrassed and oddly more heartbroken than angry. I gave this girl every bit of gas I had in the tank, and she sure as hell let me know it was not enough. What do y'all think? Do I just need to cut the cord as fast as humanly possible? Rip it off like a band-aid? I don't think this is salvageable, so really I'm just looking for advice on next steps. TLDR, my wife is having an emotional affair and exchanging some raunchy text messages with an older guy.
See? What did I tell you, OP? Just yank it off like a band-aid, just like you said. It will hurt a little bit, sure, but the quicker you do it, the quicker it will end. Share the evidence that you got with the affair partner's wife. It's just the right thing to do, man. Just like you, she deserves to know the truth just as much as you do. Cheaters lie and gaslight like hell. Give her the truth and with evidence. Whatever she decides to do with that information is her own business. But at least she can make an informed decision. Good luck, man. And please go through with the divorce. Now for today's third story. I found out that my husband is a secret millionaire and he still charges me $500 rent every month. Posted by Reddit user Throwaway HDJW.
Throwaway account. I met my now husband 4 years ago online. He was a student at university and I was working full-time as a medical tech. He was very hard-working, ambitious, goal-oriented person. These are some of qualities that was attractive to me. He's an immigrant and I knew his family's financial struggles. I was impressed by how far he's come. I would be supporting him in his goals. Soon after we started dating, and 2 years ago we got married. He graduated from college and found a job at a tech company, and he would work from home while I'd work 12-hour days on site. I'd ask about his salary, and he would tell me it's $60,000. I didn't think of it much and continued with life. I only made $20 an hour, and I have lots of loans that I usually pay. Fast forward 1 year, he moved to a new city, and while I was struggling to find job in new city, so I stayed back for 3 months. After 3 months, he surprises me with a house that is on his name only. He would never talk to me about his finances. He got loan for $400,000 house on $60,000 salary. I still didn't pay attention, and since our marriage he's the one taking care of finances and taxes, etc. I wanted to purchase house for my mother and sister. I found the perfect house and my bank requested me for tax returns of last 3 years. I requested my husband to send it to me, but he would insist that he'd like to talk to bank or he would handle the situation and would try to convince me that his bank is better than mine. But I had already locked down on this deal and I wasn't going to budge. So finally, after a lot of argument, he sent me the tax returns. And the tax return income for last year was a whopping $1.8 million, and my contribution was $38,000. All this time, he would fight with me for small and little expenses. He bought 2007 beater Toyota with my money, and he still charges me $500 every month. I don't understand how he got so much money and why he tried to hide it from me. Since I found out, he told me his bank is empty. He spent it all, sent it back home to his parents, etc. I am lost and I have a lot of questions. Now for OP's update. Since last post gained lots of traction, here's an update. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for encouraging me to speak up of my right. Since then we had some discussion, and we've come to an alignment. As I had mentioned earlier, we both love and care for each other, so I'd have hard time leaving him. I know people ask to get divorced and lawyer up etc., but I didn't want to make it messy. He was very vague about the source of the money, but pointed out that he owned an LLC that was acquired or merger. Anyway, important thing here is he agreed to fund 50% of the house that I was planning to buy for my mother and promised me a new G-Wagon. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I think communication works most of the time. Also, he's got potential to go great things 5 to 10 years down the lane. I wouldn't want to leave him high and dry. I feel like I am worth way more than $900,000. I provided him with the right energy and homely atmosphere, hence he was able to do what he does. So, me being with him is only going to help him in future.
What the fuck kind of marriage do you have, OP? Honestly, this sounds like you're just both using each other. He's using you as a cover and to get a green card, and now you're using him for money. Yep, that's not toxic at all. That's a wonderful foundation for a marriage. Your future kids, they will grow up in such a loving and stable home. I mean, you don't know where his money's coming from, right? Or if it's even legal? I am so happy for you, OP. I am 100% sure that you will be an amazing single mother with an ex-husband behind bars. And your kids, oh my god, your kids. Someday they're gonna grow up to be happy-go-lucky, reasonable adults. I am so proud of you, OP. I truly am. I wish you nothing but the best in life. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my YouTube channel for you to watch absolutely free. So consider clicking that super thanks just below the video title, or you can use my PayPal in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.